Hi, so today I'm showing you how I started my sketchbook. In my video about photographer's block, my first tip was to start a sketchbook. The image on the screen now is my first page. Obviously you can decorate your sketchbook however you like, you can make it posh and fancy, but it's easier just to sort of write however you sort of write and, just do it messy because it's so real and honest to you. So this sort of first page is my first returning project, and this is sort of the layout how I did it. And yeah, so basically I'll just sort of explain each part of the page. So this is the sort of title and what I came up with. I was sort of thinking, and what's important is sort of thinking when you can photograph, so what sort of time of day you're available to photograph and start your project. For me it's night time when my daughter's asleep, when I have friends around and stuff that can look after her and stuff, so for me it's night time. That's when I'm free to photograph. So I did a Google search for nighttime photographers. So I thought if I'm going to photograph in the nighttime, I might as well look for photographers that kind of look for inspiration that does the same kind of thing. So I found a guy called Sergio Chiaramonte. Sorry if I said that wrong. He takes photos at night, and he's got a photo series all taken at night as well. So basically just start by looking for some photographers, some inspiration, artists, songs, writers, anything that's going to help inspire you for photography. It doesn't have to just be photographers, it can be any media, anything at all. And then I printed out some photos that he took that I really liked. This first one I felt was really eerie, and it was really there's a lot of depth to it. The puddle sort of adds 3D, makes it more 3D and adds depth as well. And just one single light source is just really interesting, and you don't see it much, so I think that's really original. And then the second photo of his is another one with just one main light source. There are two light sources in this picture, but one main light source is kind of lighting up the whole area. I just thought the towers or chimneys seem extraterrestrial, and make it more sinister and more creepy. And it's really eerie, yet it's beautiful and just really aesthetically good. Yeah, and then the contrast between black and white, light and dark, is just really strong as well. So it makes it a really powerful image. So after looking at this photographer, I thought I would sort of go and take my own photos. This is one of my tips in my photographer's block video, where I just get started, take a few photos. So I took, first of all I started in my home, sort of nice and easy, and didn't have to move anywhere. It's a bit lazy really, but yeah, so this is one of candles, and I just sort of used the mirror in the background to sort of reflect it, and some glasses as well, so there was lots of reflections of the one flame. I really like how I did this, and it was in complete dark apart from the one, the candle in front of me. I just really like the atmosphere of it. I'm not so sure about having the candle in the middle, but I just did it to get started, and yeah, and then I slowly did actually progress on. So I sort of went outside and took one of a car coming along, and I really like the composition of this one. I kind of cropped it to make it more compositionally powerful. It's not my favourite, but it's, I'm getting somewhere. This one I really like. I love the colours in it. It was just from the lamp, the street lamp, and I liked that it includes a human being in it as well. She was just waiting for the bus, and yeah, it's really it's one of my favourites actually. So I was just sort of experimenting with people in it as well. And this one is very abstract. it's like a street lamp, but it's got lots of, it looks like cobwebs around it, but they were actually tree branches. But I just sort of thought, instead of just looking straight ahead of me, I'll sort of look up and see what I can do from a different angle, which I think is all about getting started, just sort of experimenting with different angles and different viewpoints, and yeah. And then I did a bit of an arty one, which is a like bouquet. It's like I just sort of used manual focus on my camera and pointed at some street lights and cars and stuff, and then put it out of focus, and it just made this really nice sort of Christmas light feel. I don't know, I really like it. And then I edited it to make it more colourful. So basically this is me just getting started, and I like to hear or see videos or hear comments about your experience with getting started and making a sketchbook. Obviously you don't have to fill the whole sketchbook, you just sort of get started with the first few pages. Or yeah, so basically next I'm going to sort of stick in my tries and examples of my work that I've done just getting started into the sketchbook, and then sort of analyse them a bit to see how I can do better next time. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.